Hiya Steve, great to meet up with you at the range yesterday and do some work on your game. Just a quick recap on the key points. By and large, it's all about shifting the plane a little bit more to the right for yourself. You do have some things in there that aren't making that easy, such as the move off the ball and the positioning of the feet at setup. So obviously get the feet turned out a little bit more, narrow the stance up a touch, just a touch more weight on the left hand side, and try and keep it there during your backswing. Having said that, there's a nice comparison here for you. Start your session, shaft very much out in front of you. Midway through your session, shaft more in line with your hands. End of your session, working on the drill that I gave you, shaft inside your hands. Now, ideally, we would want to see the shaft in the position that we see it on the centre picture. However, to go from where you are on the left, which is very much a cut pattern, to where you are in the centre, you're going to have to spend a little bit of time in the position that you see on the far right hand side of your screen. You're going to use that exercise as a balancing act. We take a little look at your swing initially. One of the things we see is that during the early part of your swing, the hand plane is very high, or the hand path is very high. You keep the club on the line for quite a long time and the hands come up a little bit too soon. So the hands don't really work in, and the arms don't work in enough. And then during the downswing, the transition, the arms come further out, the club gets released a little bit too early, and that puts the club too much outside the hands. What we see here in the middle is, after a little bit of work on trying to get the hands to come in more, we see that the hands stay on the red line much longer. Now the club drifts behind your touch, and that's something for subsequent lessons. That's to do with the way that your accumulators are working during your golf swing, which we can discuss next time you come. However, much better hand path, arms in more. At that point you can see there now the hands hitting the base of the right bicep, as opposed to being a little bit more in the middle of your chest. So the path of the hands is more inward. That in turn has shallowed the swing path a little bit. You can see there the gap between the shaft and the red line, not as severe. At the top of your swing, arm plane's a little bit flatter, and then as you come down now, the arms stay in a little bit longer, release a little bit more gradually, and consequently the shaft is less in front of you. The picture on the left is fine if all you want to do is cut the golf ball. The picture on the middle, or the picture in the middle, is perfect for hitting any shot you want, and the picture on the right is more of a draw pattern. Now what we've done here is we've put the ball back in the stance. The ball here is opposite your right heel, and you're just going to spend time pushing the ball into this sort of area here. That's the goal, that's the feeling that you're looking for. So we're going to try and just push the ball into that box, nothing else, just for 5 or 10 minutes. That gets the hands coming in more. See the hands really working in at that point. Super position halfway back, deeper position at the top, arm plane and shoulder plane more evenly matched. The rate at which you now release the levers, the releasing the arms and the angles, is better. You can see there now the shaft beautifully through the right forearm, keeping the club behind you, allowing you to attack the ball from the inside, as opposed to what we see at the start of your session, where the club head is on the target line very early. As you come through there now, it's going to be a whip across to the left. Ball starts low and left. You can see the ball there. Here we're going to hit out at the golf ball for longer, and the ball starts higher and to the right. You can see there the club face, even though that swing was beautifully online, look how far left the ball starts, because the club face squares up too much to impact. So narrower stance, feet turned out, weight a touch further forward with no move off it in the backswing. Get the arms working in and feel like you're hitting it way right. You've got to feel like you're going to soften that club face up. This was you trying to start it right of the cane. You can see there that club face just closing down too quickly. What we want is a much quieter club face to impact, like we're seeing here. Far less club face rotation. So we look at the angle of the club face there. Rate of closure very high here. Rate of closure more gradual. Great session, good work, some nice improvements towards the end, and I look forward to subsequent lessons in the coming weeks. Well done.